of Mathematics Class 10. Dear students, in this video, we are going to learn the last chapter of Mathematics 2, that is mensuration. Okay, so in this chapter, we are going to learn first the surface area and volume of different solids like cuboid, cube, cylinder, cone, sphere and hemisphere. Okay, so in this video we will learn the formulae for all these solids. Okay, so let's start with the cuboid. Let's first find out the total surface area of cuboid. Okay, so total surface area of a cuboid. So what is a cuboid? Cuboid, that is three-dimensional rectangle. Okay, so here each face is a rectangle. Okay, that's why we call this box as a cuboid. Okay, now here total surface area of this cuboid means what? The sum of the areas of all these faces, that sum we call it as the total surface area of this cuboid. Okay, but how many faces does this cuboid has? Okay, so let's see that. Now cuboid has 6 faces. Okay, so this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so sum of all these area of these faces is called total surface area of this cuboid. Okay, now let's consider this as a length, this is as a breadth and this is as a height. Okay, so here let's find out the area of each face. Okay, now here you can see what is the area of this top. Same area we get for its base. Okay, so we have to find out only the area of top. Let's multiply it by 2, so we will get the area of top and base. Similarly, this area, front area, whatever is this front area, same we will get for this back side area. Okay, then same way this side. Okay, this area, whatever will be this area, same area we will get for these faces. Okay, so let's find out the area of each this face. Now, to get the area of this top face, okay, top. So here, as it is a rectangular, each face is a rectangular, so we'll use the area of rectangle, that is length into breadth. Okay, now to get this area, what we'll use? This is the length and this is the breadth. Okay, so we'll write length into breadth. Okay, and whatever is this area, same we'll get for this also. So we'll multiply it by 2. Right? So here 2 multiplied by length into breadth. So we'll get the area of top and base. Okay. Now let's find out the area of this front side. Okay, and we'll multiply it by 2, so that we'll get this front and this back side. Now to get the area of this front, okay, which is rectangular, what will take? This is length and this is breadth, but this breadth will say it as a height. Okay, so that's why it is length into height. Okay, so plus in bracket length into height. Okay, now we got the top area, base area, this front and its back side. Now this remaining lateral. Okay, now this is also rectangular, so to get the area of this, we'll take this is breadth and this is height. Okay, and we'll multiply it by 2, so that we'll get the area of this face also. So plus 2 into bracket h into b. Okay, now here let's write down 2 length into breadth plus 2 length into height plus 2 height into breadth. Okay, now here 2 is same. Okay, each term has 2, so let's take it out. It has a comma. So 2 into bracket length into breadth plus, now I am just arranging this breadth into height plus height into length. Okay, so dear students, in this way we got the formula to find out the total surface area of a cuboid. That is, total surface area of cuboid is equal to 2 into bracket length into breadth plus breadth into height plus height into length. Okay, so by using this formula we can find out the total surface area of a cuboid, and this formula will help us to solve the examples. Like suppose if you got the question, how much cover is required, paper is required to cover this box. Okay, so to get the answer of such a question, we have to use this formula of total surface area of cuboid. Okay. Now in some questions we require only the lateral surface area. Okay. For example, to color the room, which is a cuboid in a shape. Okay. So as we want to color it, so we are coloring it only its 4 walls. Okay. So in that case, we should know the surface area of these 4 walls. Okay. Suppose this is a cuboidal room. So this 4 walls we have to paint. So in that case, we will consider only the area of these 4 faces, which is called the lateral surface area of a cuboid. Okay, so let's find out the lateral surface area of a cuboid. So in this case, we need to find out only these 4 faces. Okay, lateral. This is front, then it's back side, and this 2. Okay, so all these 4 we can call it as the lateral surface area of a cuboid, or we can say vertical surface area of a cuboid. Okay, so let's find out. So here also, as we are knowing the front side, this front area and this back area both are equal. So we will find out only the front and we will multiply it by 2. So what is the area of this? Length into height. Okay, so 2 into bracket length into height plus this. Okay, that is breadth into height. So we need to find out both this. That's why we will multiply it by 2. Breadth into height. Okay. Now here 2 LH plus 2BH. Now here students, you can see here 2 is there and H is also there. Okay, so let's take it out as a common. So 2H in a bracket L plus B. Okay, so dear student, this is the formula to find out the lateral surface area of cuboid, or you can say vertical surface area of cuboid. Yeah, it will help us to solve examples when we want to find out the rate of a paint, or how much paint we required. What is the cost of a paint to color the cuboidal wall? So in that case, we are considering only 4 walls. Okay, not the ceiling and not the floor. Okay, so this is the formula. Lateral surface area of cuboid is equal to 2 H into bracket L into plus B. Okay. Now let's find out the volume of a cuboid. Okay. So now this is a cuboidal box. We want to find out its volume. Okay. Suppose if we pour any matter in this, okay, either soil or water, when we will pour the water in this box, so first it will occupy the base area. Okay, first it will occupy the base area. If base area is more, then it will occupy the more water. Okay, if base area is less, then it will occupy the less water. Okay, so here the volume is depend upon its base area. That is base, which is a rectangular. So its area will be length into breadth. Okay, so here we write the length into breadth. Okay, at the same time it depends upon the height also. Okay, so here if the height of this box is more, then it will hold the more water. Okay, if height is less, then it will hold the less water, right? It means as well as height. Okay, that's why here we got the formula to find out the volume of a cuboid, that is length into breadth into height. Okay, so dear student, this is the formula to find out the volume of a cuboid, that is volume of cuboid is equal to length into breadth into height. Okay. Now dear students, let's find out the total surface area of a cube. Okay, this is a cube, right? So cube is a solid whose each face is a square. Okay, in short we can say three-dimensional square is the cube. Okay, now here for a cube, its length, its breadth and its height. All these three are equal. Okay, so let's consider the length, breadth and height as a L. Okay, so let's find out the total surface area of this cube. Now for this cube, as each face is a square. So here, how many faces are there? 6. There are 6 faces are there. So we'll find out the area of one face and we'll multiply it by 6 because all these are equal. Okay, so here as each face is a square, so we'll use the formula of a area of a square, and that is the side square. Okay, so here side square, and here each side we can consider it as a L. So here we get the L square. This is the area of one face. How many faces are there? 6. Okay, so we'll multiply it by 6. Okay, so dear students, this is the formula to find out the total surface area of a cube, that is 6L square. Okay, so total surface area of cube is equal to 6L square. Okay, now let's find out the lateral surface area of a cube. Okay, lateral, right? These are the lateral. Okay, so let's find out the lateral surface area of a cube. Okay, now we have to find out that as we are knowing its all faces are equal. Okay, so we are going to consider only these 4 faces. Okay, so here one face, each face we said it as a L square, and we are going to consider these 4 faces. That's why lateral surface area of cube is equal to 4L square. Okay, so dear students, this is the formula to find out the lateral surface area of cube, that is 4L square. Okay, so same way, if you want to color the room which is cubical in a shape, then in that case we can use this formula to find out the lateral surface area of cube. Now let's find out the volume of a cube. Okay, now this is a cubical box. Okay, so to get its volume, so if we'll pour the water in this, okay, so first it will occupy the base area, so which is a square. Okay, we know that its all faces are equal. Okay, so here first it will occupy the base area, that is which is a square. That's why we'll say it as a L square. Okay, L square. Okay, at the same time it is depending upon the height also, and height also we said it as a L only, right? So it will multiply by L. Okay, so in this way, the volume of this cube is equal to L cube, right? Because its length, breadth and height, all these 3 are equal. That's why L into L into L, that is L cube. Okay, so dear student, this is the formula for the volume of a cube. Volume of a cube is equal to L cube. Okay. Now dear students, we'll study about the cylinder. Okay, so now for cylinder, we are going to study its total surface area, curved surface area and volume of a cylinder. Okay, now here total surface area of a cylinder. Okay, so first of all, for this cylinder, how many surfaces does it have? Okay, so that we have to count. Now you can see here this cylinder has three faces. That is this top, which is a circular, this base, which is also a circular. 1, 2. Okay, and this third one is the curved surface area. Okay, so when we'll add the area of all these three faces, we'll get the total surface area of this cylinder. Okay, now here the area of this top and area of this base both are equal. Okay, so we are getting the area of circle, that is pi r square. So we'll multiply it by 2, so we'll get 2 pi r square, which is the area of this top and base. Okay, so from this three area we got this top and base. Now remaining this curved surface area. So how to find out the curved surface area? So dear students, let's first find out the curved surface area of a cylinder. Okay, for that we'll do a small activity. Okay, so let's see. Now dear students, I have this rectangular page. Okay, so this is its length and this is the breadth. Okay, now if I will fold this page like this, what we got here now? We got a cylinder. We got a cylinder, right? Now here, this is the curved surface area of cylinder, which is nothing but the area of this rectangle, right? So here, whatever is the area of this rectangle is the area, curved surface area of the cylinder, right? So let's find out the area of rectangle. So we are knowing that area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth. But in the case of cylinder, we don't have the length and we don't have the breadth. Then how to find out the curved surface area? Now dear students, this area of this rectangle, which is equal to length into breadth. Now you can see here, if I will fold this paper like this, so this is the length, right? This is the length. Okay, so this is length. In the case of circle, what we are calling to this length, that is nothing but the circumference. Okay, so here this length is nothing but the circumference of a circle, and circumference of a circle, that is 2 pi r. Okay, circumference of a circle is equal to 2 pi r. So this length is nothing but the circumference of a circle, which is 2 pi r. Okay, now this breadth. Now in the case of this cylinder, this breadth of this rectangular page is nothing but, now you can see, this is the breadth, right? This is the breadth, and that is nothing but the height of the cylinder, right? So breadth of this rectangular paper is nothing but the height of cylinder. Okay, so dear students, in this way we got the area of this rectangular paper, that is length into breadth. But in the terms of cylinder, we can say it as a length 2 pi r and breadth, that is height. So in this way we got the curved surface area. Curved surface area of cylinder. So curved surface area of cylinder is equal to 2 pi r h. Okay, so curved surface area of cylinder is equal to 2 pi r h. I hope it's clear to you how this formula came. That is length into breadth. Length, this is the length, which is nothing but the circumference of a circle, that is 2 pi r. Okay, and this breadth, this breadth is nothing but the height of cylinder, that is h. Okay, so in this way curved surface area of cylinder is equal to 2 pi r h. Now here students, we got the curved surface area and this top area and base. So let's find out the total surface area of this cylinder. Okay, so total surface area of this cylinder is equal to this curved surface area plus top area plus base area. Okay, now curved surface area, curved surface area, that is 2 pi r h. Okay, just now we had find out the formula for the curved surface area of cylinder, that is 2 pi r h. Okay, now top area, that is the circular, that's why pi r square. Okay, base area, which is also a circular, so pi r square. Okay, now here 2 pi r h plus this pi r square plus pi r square, that is 2 pi r square. Okay, now here students, you can see here 2, both these terms have 2 as a common, then pi and r. So let's take out it as a common, 2 pi r, and in the bracket h plus here 2 is outside, pi is also outside, and from this r square one of the r is outside, so remains only 1 r. Okay, so dear students, in this way we got the formula total surface area of cylinder is equal to 2 pi r into bracket h plus r. Okay, so this is the formula to find out the total surface area of a cylinder. Okay, I hope the formula is clear to you. Now let's learn the volume of a cylinder. Okay, now here to get the volume of this cylinder, so here if we'll pour the water in this cylinder, then first it will occupy the base area. Okay, first it will occupy the base area, which is a circular. Okay, so volume of cylinder is depending upon the base area, that is pi r square. Okay, so here if base area is more, then it will hold the more water. Okay, if base area is small, then it will hold the less water. Okay, it means that volume of the cylinder is depend upon the base area, that's why pi r square. Okay, at the same time it depends upon the height also. If height is more, then it will hold the more water. Okay, if height is less, then it will hold the less water. Okay, so it means that here the volume of the cylinder is depend upon its base area and its height. That's why we got the formula to find out the volume of cylinder is equal to pi r square h. Okay, dear students, is it clear to you how to find out the volume of a cylinder? It's very simple. Base area pi r square and it's depend upon the height. That's why pi r square h. Okay. Now let's learn the total surface area, curved surface area and volume of a cone. Okay. So before going for this formula, let's first know about the some terms related to the cone. Okay. So dear students, here this is a cone. Okay. So a cone has two faces. Cone has two faces. One is this base area, which is a circular, and this one is the curved surface area. Okay. Now here, in the case of cone, here from this vertex to the center of this base, if we join this, then we get a perpendicular height. Okay. So here from this vertex to the center of this circular base. This is a perpendicular height which is denoted by h. Okay. Now this one is the slant height of a cone, which is denoted by small l. Okay. And this is the radius. Okay. So dear students, in the case of cone, we have two heights. Okay. That is, one is perpendicular height, which is denoted by h, and one is slant height denoted by L. Okay. So while solving the examples, we have to read it very carefully which height is given. Okay. So we are given with a perpendicular height or a slant height. Okay. So we have to make it clear. Okay. Now let's find out what is the relation between this perpendicular height, slant height and radius. Okay. Let's see. Now let's find out the total surface area of cone. Okay. To get the total surface area of cone, we need to find out its curved surface area plus base area. Base area is the circular, that is pi r square. We are knowing its formula. But what about the curved surface area of cone? Okay. So dear student, now first of all we have to find out the curved surface area of a cone. For that, here this is the neck for a cone. Okay. So if we join this in this way, so we'll get a cone. So here we got a cone. Okay. Now here, area of this paper is the curved surface area of the cone. Okay. Now, how to find out the curved surface area or how to find out the area of this paper? Okay. For that, let's do one small activity. Okay. Here, this neck of a cone, let's cut it into the small pieces like this. Okay. Like this number of small pieces it will cut. Then here, each piece will be like a triangle. Okay. So in this way, if we cut that neck, okay, that curved surface area in such a small pieces, then we'll get each piece as a triangle. And if we'll fold it again, then we'll get a small cone. Okay, that is the curved surface area of that small cone. Now here, this small piece of this neck is nothing but a triangle, and we are knowing the area of triangle, right? So area of triangle is equal to half base into height. Okay. Now in the case of this triangle, here what is its base? Its base. This is the base. Okay. This base, if we'll fold it like this, so we'll get a small circle. Okay. Downside we'll get a small circle, which is nothing but the circumference. That is 2 pi r. Okay. So here 1/2. Base of this triangle is nothing but circumference of a circle, as we'll fold it. So we'll get a circumference. Okay. So here 2 pi r. Okay. Circumference of a circle, which is nothing but a base of a triangle. Okay. And this height. Now here, this is the height. Okay. So here, this height is nothing but L. Okay. This height is nothing but L. Now here, this 2 will get cancelled and we will get pi r L. So dear student, this is the formula for the curved surface area of cone. Okay, so curved surface area of cone is equal to pi r L. I hope it's clear to you how the formula came. If we let's find out the total surface area of cone. Okay, so total surface area of cone is equal to this curved surface area plus base area. Okay, now here total surface area of cone is equal to curved surface area plus base area. Curved surface area, just now we have studied, that is pi r L, right? Plus base area, its base is circular, that's why here pi r square. Okay, now here you can see here this pi and this r, right? Both are there in both these terms, so let's take it out as a common. So in a bracket, L, pi is outside, so one of the, and here r square, from that one is outside, so one is remaining. Okay, so dear students, this is the formula to find out the total surface area of cone. Total surface area of cone is equal to pi r into bracket L plus r. Okay, I hope the formula is clear to you. Okay. Now dear students, let's find out the volume of a cone. Okay. Now to find out the volume of a cone, let's go for one activity. Okay. Now here we have studied the volume of cylinder, right? Volume of cylinder, that is pi r square h. Okay. Now here we have a cylinder and a cone. Okay. Now here the speciality of this cone and cylinder is that they both have the same height. You can see here both the cylinder and cone have same height, as well as these both have the same radar. Okay, you can see here, right? Now here the cylinder and cone, they have same height and same radar. Okay, now here we are knowing the volume of a cylinder. Okay, and we have to find out the volume of a cone. Now here to get the volume of a cone, here we'll use the volume of cylinder. Okay, for that what we'll do, we'll fill this cone with a powder. Okay, suppose rangoli powder, and we'll pour in this cylinder. Okay, we'll find that to fill this cylinder we have to use this cone 3 times. Okay, so we'll get the formula. So volume of cone is equal to volume of cylinder. Okay, but when they are equal, when we'll use this cone 3 times. Okay, so here we'll say 3 times volume of cone. 3 times volume of cone is equal to volume of cylinder. Okay, we'll do that activity just after this. So here we are knowing the volume of cylinder, that is pi r square h. Just now we had find out the formula for the volume of cylinder. Right? Base area, that is pi r square, and it depends upon the height. That's why pi r square h is the volume of cylinder. Okay, and here this 3 into volume of cone. Okay, now here we want to find out the volume of cone. This 3 is multiplying. Okay, this 3 is multiplying, so it will divide. Therefore volume of cone is equal to 1/3 pi r square h. So dear students, this is the formula to find out the volume of a cone, that is 1/3 pi r square h. Okay, let's prove this relation, that 3 times volume of cone is equal to volume of cylinder through this activity. Okay, I hope the formula is clear to you.
Now dear students, you can see here, this is the cylinder and this is the cone. This cone I had filled it with the rangoli powder, and now I am going to pour it into the cylinder. Okay, so one time I had poured it in the cylinder. Now again I filled it second time, this cone with the rangoli powder, and I am pouring in this cylinder. Okay, so 2 times we use this cone to fill this cylinder. Now I fill the cone third time with the rangoli powder, which I am going to pour it into the cylinder. Okay. So dear students, you can see here, to fill this cylinder I had used this cone 3 times with the rangoli powder. Okay, so from this activity we can conclude that the volume of this cylinder is 3 times the volume of cone. That's why we got the formula for the volume of cone, that is 1/3 pi r square h. Okay, so this is only in a case of the cone and a cylinder which have the same height and radii. Okay.
So dear students, in this way we have studied the surface area and volume of the solids like cube, cuboid, cylinder and a cone. Okay, with the help of different activities. Okay, in the coming videos we'll see the volume and surface area of sphere and hemisphere. Up to that, bye.